Let's learn how to build a business website using WordPress. Why do you need a business website? A business website is basically the foundation of your internet presence. We think of the internet as sort of this, it's everything. But in reality, there are different parts of the internet. So, for example, a social media network is on the internet, but it is basically within systems and software within that social media. But a website is the place where you can have the ability to present your business, your product, your service, whatever. And so it really is that foundational component of potentially all your internet presences. One of the real big benefits of a business website compared to other platforms is you have complete control over the layout and the content that you put there. It's your website. So if you're on, say, a social media account and you tell everybody to go there, the social media platform can change how things look, what content you can place, and potentially even close your account without warning. And so really the benefit of a business website is you're not on someone else's platform. This basically gives you the ability to control what you want to put on there and how it is presented. The other good thing about a business website is you can make it as big or as small as you want. You have complete control over that. You could have a one-page business website that basically has just your contact information. You can have a moderate-sized website that has all your contact information, information about your business, your products, reviews, again, anything you want. Or you can go the whole final thing and have everything imaginable, including e-commerce, community of all your users to get together. You basically have a lot, again, control over how big or small to build your own website. And I've kind of been saying it, but again, you get to control what content. So this could be content that is text-based, it could be images, it could be video, it could be audio. Again, there's really no limitations on your own website onto the type of content that you want to put on there. One of the important things to realize about your business website is search engines, which is where most people go to find information on the internet, really show results that come from websites. Yes, you'll see sometimes video information, maybe a post on social media, but predominantly search engines index websites and then present those results about people who are searching for content that they're interested in. So without a website, you are drastically reducing your chance to show up in search results because, again, you don't have a website. And a website gives you lots of interactivity possibilities. So, for example, you could have where people might sign up for your email. You could have a form where they can enter information that you need to, say, get a quote or something like that. Or you can have a full e-commerce experience where you show your services and products, allow people to check out, process their credit cards, and send them confirmation. So there are lots of functionality you can add to a business website. Additionally, you can install analytics software on your website, and this way you can learn basically what your website visitors are doing. So this could be what pages they go to, how they're processed, how long they stay on the website, what interests them, where do they leave. It provides you lots of great information to understand how people are interacting with your website and thus your business. So let me show you a demo. What I'm going to basically do to help get you started setting up your business website is kind of walk you through step by step a few things. Now, I'm picking some things to make these examples, show you how to do it. But again, these aren't the only way to build a business website. This is just a way to show you how to go from basically a blank WordPress site to a very, very basic business website. So I'll be showing you how to install a theme called Astra. Astra then has something called a starter templates plugin, which gives you some ability to install some sample websites, which you can then change the content to fit your business. So let's get started walking through how to create a business website using WordPress. So the first thing you need to do is install WordPress and then log into it. So I'll assume you've already created the default WordPress website on a hosting company and you've set up the domain name that you've selected to go that. So you want to go ahead and log into that. So the easiest way to do that is just to type in your URL for your website. So in this case, houseservicecompany.com. And when that loads up, you'll see a very basic website, probably the name, some sample content, maybe some information down here. So you want to get into the admin interface. Sometimes the easiest way to do that is just to use your domain name /WP admin. And then when you get to the admin screen, go ahead and type in the username and password that you selected. And then you'll show up into the WordPress admin dashboard. So again, this is right after you've installed WordPress. So depending on if you've installed it yourself or maybe your hosting company installed it, there could be some things slightly different here. So I'll walk you through basically how to go from normally any default situation to the conclusion, which is a very simple business website. So first thing we need to do is install a theme so that we can control the appearance so that it doesn't look exactly like what we saw before. So what we want to do is go to Appearances, Themes, and then you want to click Add New. And up here where it says to search for themes, we'll type in Astra, A-S-T-R-A. And then here comes the Astra theme up here. We'll go ahead and click the Install button. And once the theme's done installing, you'll have this button that appears to activate. So go ahead and activate the theme. And now this is our active theme. So you get a little welcome here. So we'll go ahead back and view our site and notice how it has changed from the default theme to now the Astra theme. So again, we can always see there's sort of a header up here, apparently a menu. We now see our blog post sample content here. We have a sidebar created with different information and a footer down here. So already we have a little better presentation. But we want to take it to the next level, which is to get you started. To help there is, instead of starting from scratch, what if we could sort of set up some sample website, not just sample content, but entire sample website. Well, fortunately, Astra actually has that. So what you can do here is go back to your dashboard, go to Plugins, Install New, and we want to search for Astra Starter Templates. So Astra Starter Templates. Okay, and so here's Starter Templates here. It's from a company called Brainforce, which is the same way it makes Astra. So go ahead and click the Install Now button. Okay, and once the starter templates have been installed, you can then go ahead and click the Activate button. And the plugin has now been activated. So in this case, we want to go ahead and look at the library that was created, but I wanted to make sure to show you a couple different ways to get it. So one, you can again, we'll just go back to the dashboard. So we can go to Appearance, Starter Templates, or we can go to Plugins, Install Plugins, and click See Library. Basically go to the same places. So I'm going to go back to Appearance, Starter Templates, just because that seems a little more intuitive. You want to change the appearance of your site. Okay, so now we're in the Astra Starter Templates. Now, the first thing you need to be aware of is this concept of a page builder. So by default, WordPress can create blog posts, pages, and those two types can then be shown in different appearances based on the theme. But if you want to add more content, or in this case more layouts or different elements to those actual pages, WordPress right out of the gate with a typical theme doesn't give you a lot of control. So there is now additional software created which is called a page builder, and this allows you to click and put more things on there. So there are a number of page builders out there. The Astra Starter Templates works with 4 of them: Gutenberg, Elementor, Beaver Builder, and Busy. Now, to clarify, Gutenberg is a page builder, but it is built in and native to WordPress, especially newer versions of WordPress. So you can kind of consider this built in. So even without having Astra installed, you can actually start doing some more layout changes to your pages and posts using the basically WordPress, but it was called Gutenberg. Elementor, Beaver Builder, and Busy are actually independent from WordPress builders that you can download that then give you the ability. So again, this is a little bit complicated, but in order to download one of these starter templates, certain of them are built with the different builders. So just again, to keep things simple, there's so many different ways you can take how you want to customize and build your website. I'm going to try to keep this with as minimal components as possible. So the Astra theme gives us the ability to control the appearance. It then has an ability to do a sample website, but you may choose to add a page builder. I'm just going to go ahead and select Gutenberg so we don't have to add one more additional add-on to WordPress, because Gutenberg again is just built into WordPress. So I'm going to go ahead and click the Gutenberg option here. Okay, so now that we've selected Gutenberg, and just if you wanted to change it, that's up here, so that you can always get there. You'll then see quite a number of things. You also could look and by default, the kind of options, the gallery here, the picking which starter template you might want to use. You could say pick some that are just blogs, business, e-commerce, or others. You can choose whether they're free or premium. I'm just going to go ahead, because so far we've been able to download everything. I'm just going to select the free option here, so we're only looking for there. And I'm just going to kind of scroll through and see. So again, you can kind of use based on the name. If you had a musical instrument store, or you're a lawyer, you're again an organic store or a coach, maybe you're a steakhouse, mountain, digital agency, online courses, maybe you're a life coach, roofing services, diagnostic lab, musicians. So as you can see, there is quite a number of options here. So hopefully you can kind of scroll through here and maybe find something similar to your website goal, whether you're maybe a business or a service, and hopefully find one that may link to it. Now, I'm going to go back up here and just choose the one called local business, just so we can do that, and it's kind of generic. So I'm going to go ahead and click on local business. What happens now is it basically shows us a preview of the page right here as we scroll through. So we see there's kind of a header section, send us a message, schedule a consultation, we're here to help, and then some hours and things like that. We also notice that it gives us 4 different pages, a contact page, a home page, and as we click on those, we'll see that the preview over here changes. So you can basically, again, use this to kind of see what it is. If you'd like to actually preview the site before you even do it, you can click on that, and it will actually open up an independent website where you can see the full thing and interact with it as if it's live. So if I click the get a quote, it'll move to some other place and things like that. So we'll go ahead and close that. Now we have 2 options here. We can import the complete site, or we can just import an individual page. So you'll see how if I click on the About here, the About template button change. If I click on Services, the services change. In this case, I do want to import the complete site. So I'll go ahead and click on that. And it says your selected website is being imported. So it asks a simple question: to serve more beautiful templates, we'd like to more and more about you. So again, this is just sort of the thing asking questions to help here. So you can go ahead and pick whatever option. I'm just going to pick beginner and my company and click next. And if you'd like to get more information, you can go ahead and type in your name and email to sign up for their newsletter. I'll just skip it. And so we'll notice here it is actually installing a plugin called WP Forms Lite. So I'm going to assume that's to help with the contact form. So it does add other things to help create this website. It's going ahead and activating that, and it's processing some customizer settings. Importing content. Get a progress bar. importing some widgets. And the import is complete. So it says, great, we've successfully done this. Go ahead and customize it. But it does note, please, we try our best to use images that are free from legal perspective. However, we do not take any responsibility. So they do recommend that you replace the images with your own. Okay, so go ahead and close that. And now we'll go up to our homepage. We'll click View Site so we can actually load that homepage now. So the imported starter template or demo website has loaded, and we're seeing the results here. So if we kind of scroll through, we see we have our header information. There is some issues here with the menu not looking the best. We have some sample text with a button, with an image. We have some information about who we are, how can we help, and we keep scrolling through. Got some testimonials, information about our work, and then the footer. And if we were to click on the About button, we'll go to the About page. See that our site has changed up here. Again, still a menu problem, but about us and some different information. Okay, so let's go ahead and go back to the WordPress dashboard and kind of see where all these components are placed. So the first thing we want to do is look at pages. So we'll go to Pages, All Pages. We'll see that each page has now been created. So we have an About page, a Contact page, a Home page, Sample page, and the Services. So the Sample page and the Privacy Policy were already there, and the other pages relate to what there. So let's go ahead and edit the Home page. And in fact, just to kind of be able to go back and forth, I'm going to go ahead and open a new tab here. So here's the Home page. Go back to Pages. We'll go ahead and edit the Home page. First time we logged in, so it mentions we're in the block editor, so I'll just close that. And now we'll see the information here. So here's again the reliable, the title with the picture. Here's the who we are. So again, if we kind of go back, we'll see that. So one thing to note is this is not exactly what you're seeing because the theme kind of puts different information on it. So let's say, for example, we're not a plumbing service business in San Francisco. So we can just click and we'll notice that our cursor is there. So we can just erase the word in San Francisco. And we'll just call the most reliable home services. Of course, obviously you can edit the text here. If you click on the button, you'll be given the option of controlling where it opens. Right now, this ampersand or pound or hashtag just means it goes nowhere, so you'd have to decide where you want to link that to. And if you decide you don't want this image here, you can actually go and click on it, go to the block, and there are different settings on this side where you can control how that image appears. Once you're done making changes, you want to go ahead and click the update, but in this case I'm going to first click preview. It's going to ask me which type of view I want to do. I'll just select desktop and it'll preview in a new tab. So there's our most reliable home services listed there. Okay. So we'll go ahead and hit update. That's now making the changes we made permanent, and we can view the page, or since we already have this window open, we'll just go ahead and refresh that view. And we see the changes there. So again, there's a lot more to it, changing content, but that's the basics of it. Is you edit a page, you look for the information that you want to change, and you go ahead and do things. So in this case, if I wanted to click there, I could change that image by hitting replace, open, or upload, and then I can put a new image. Can click here, change this text. Could click here, change that text, change the button where it goes, and I can just keep going through the rest of the pages here. So we'll go ahead and go back to the desktop, or excuse me, the dashboard. So again, you can do that for the different pages. But in this case, maybe we want to add our logo here. So we have something called brand name and house service company. So to change that information, that's not going to be in the page. That's actually more of the appearance. So what we want to do is we want to go to appearance and customize. And now we're in the WordPress customizer that gives us options for where we can do things within this theme. So again, Astra has a number of different controls there. So in this case, we're not really sure where to look for. So maybe it's global, colors, typography. Well, if we wanted to change the font, we found that. So if you didn't want a specific font, you can change that. Colors. Well, okay. If the blue is not the color of your company, say it's a green, we can go ahead and click on that. If, on the other hand, we wanted to change the layout, there's some information there and different things about the buttons. So still didn't find the logo. So header builder, we have our site identity and logo. Here we go. So brand name, so that white actually is the logo. We could just change the logo here. Actually, we could have just changed it up here too. So again, there are multiple ways to get to the same thing. So if we click this. So I want to go ahead and remove that logo. And I want to select the logo. So in this case, I'm going to go ahead and upload a new file. So I have a logo all ready to go here. And we'll go ahead and select that. And we'll make it bigger. And we'll crop that image. And we've imported our logo there. And there it is up there. So we made a change, so we want to go ahead and publish. And we'll go back to our website and we'll refresh it. And we'll see that our logo is there. Again, I'm just doing simple things to show you how to add a logo. So we can go back out. And so basically within the Astra theme, there are a number of different things to change here. So again, we explored global already. We did the header builder. There's something called breadcrumbs, blog, sidebar, footer builder, and performance. So there's quite a number of things you can look at here to change sort of more global elements. So for example, if down here on the footer, you wanted to make some changes there, you would go to the footer builder and see that there's a copyright information that you could type in. Oops, sorry. And you'll see copyright, these things. So that's probably what this is, current year, site title, powered by site title. So again, got to play around with little things to figure out where everything is, but basically that's where to do it. And lastly, let me just show you how basically if you wanted to add a new page, how you would go about doing that. So we'll go here to pages. We'll go ahead and do an add new. We'll call this areas we serve. Test content. Okay, so obviously you can do a lot more. And again, to control this appearance, there are a lot of different settings here, and you need to learn more on the editing of WordPress on how to add different elements to the thing. But basically, hit the little plus sign up here, you get this add block, and different options become available for multitudes of things. So again, for example, you wanted to add an image, we could check out the media library. You could either upload, use one that you already do. We'll just pick a random image here. And we'll see we have the areas we serve, test content. We'll go ahead and preview that on desktop. Okay, so again, very basic issue. Adding there, we've created a page. Go ahead and close that. Publish it. And that's that's been published. So in this case, though, we want this page to actually show up in the menu. So what we would do is go back to our dashboard, go to Appearance, Menus, and here's the menu structure, the primary menu. So we have the Home, About, Services, and Contact. So the areas we just created, we'll go ahead and add it to the menu. And we want that one to come in after Services. Or in fact, in this case, let's make it a sub-menu. So we'll go ahead and put it there. We'll save the menu. And we'll go ahead and refresh our page. And we now see that Services has a sub-menu. Now, unfortunately, we're not seeing it because of some color issues with the menu and how it's set up. So in this case, I'll just go ahead and move it back to the thing. And again, this is just samples. You'd have to figure out where the text and the colors are, which we found in the customizer, and make those appropriate changes there. So we'll go ahead and refresh. And now we see the area was reserved. I should just note the menu here is just because of the size of the laptop screen that I'm on. So if we actually were to go back and just shrink this window a bit, we'll see that at a certain point it changes to a mobile version, and then you have the menu pop out like that. So if I was on a bigger screen, those menus would show up properly. So this is a great example of just where the threshold between the desktop interface and the mobile just doesn't fit this smaller laptop that I'm doing the demo on. So anyways, so to summarize again, to set up a very straightforward business website using WordPress, I suggest you use the Astra theme to give you some controls from the defaults. Next, Astra has something called starter templates, which you can then install a sample website, which you then can edit the content, for example, in the different pages. You can edit some of the structural things of the layout, like the header and the footer, using the customizer within there. And then probably you want to add a new page, so you can just add a new page and add it to the menu and customize like that. So hope this helps you getting started with your business website. So again, to conclude about how to build a business website, again, the key points about internet presence is that your website gives you that internet presence. Your business website, you're able to control the content, so you can put anything you want on there, related to text, images, video, audio. Websites show in search engines, so without a website, your chances of showing up in search engines is very, very low. And lastly, you can install analytics to help you understand what your visitors are doing on your website.